man started shouting. The woman was crying all the time because she was saying, "This is not, and this is, and you're not like this, and not you," and like that. So she was crying all the time, and I was saying, "I love you dearly, but I'm not gonna do everything the way that you want it because that goes against some of my own feelings, and I can't, and to thine own self be true." Had to do that, and it was a real tightrope walk for some people, because, well, in this case, it was a real tightrope act. So, but not to say that I'm upset with them, not at all. They were wonderful to me, and they're very loving people. But the time was for me to leave. It was time for me to go. So what did I do? I went on the internet and quickly, within 25 minutes, found somebody who took me in. Now, how did that happen? It was a miracle. It was supposed to happen, okay? Now, I'm not going to say that I'm going to be here even another 24 hours. Something might happen and I might have to leave this house. But I've been here for 4 months or something like that. And what I wanted to say from the very beginning was, and the jumping off point being that show, about the face of Vegas, or I don't know what the name of the show is, but the reality TV show where they want to find the most beautiful people, and they want to have inner beauty and outer beauty. Well, speaking of inner beauty, I live with the most beautiful man I've ever met in my life. And we have absolutely no relationship. We do not have any relationship to each other. We hardly even talk to each other. But he's the most beautiful person I've ever met. And it's the most delightful thing to live with somebody and not have a relationship with them. Not even a friendship. What does that mean? It means that we can talk to each other or not talk to each other. We can be absolutely silent for 3 days, 24/7, and still have wonderful, open, and loving feelings toward each other, and there's nothing going on. Nothing. And both people are totally free. Now, doesn't that sound great? No, doesn't, does it? It doesn't sound great to people who really want to have some kind of engagement with each other. Where one person is like, if I want to, I'll sit down and talk to this man and we'll have a conversation. But most of the time we like to be silent with each other. People would think that'd be really boring. But for me, I'm in heaven. It's wonderful. Okay? But sometimes I do admit I need a little bit of social contact, and that's what I do. I go on and I turn on the TV, or I go out to somewhere in the library, or I sit somewhere. Strike up a conversation. That can happen anytime. Okay, and also right now I have to admit I'm kind of in training. I'm going to be in a play. Okay, so maybe I'll be in a play. We'll see if it happens or not. But so I have these interactions with other people, so that takes care of that thing, and I just don't need that much of that anymore. So some people need more of it than others, and that's why they're engaged with each other in some kind of tit for tat and some kind of conversations that go back and forth and whatever. But really, this is the most beautiful man, and what I've been able to accomplish in this house since being here is just unbelievable. It's incredible. In my sister's house and in my friend's house where I was staying, I couldn't have done this work. I did things there that had to be done there, and I'm doing things here that can only be done in this environment, and that's why I'm here. And folks, I'm not proud of this, but it is a fact. I've been here in this country since 23rd of July 2009, and I have not earned one single US dollar. I'm not proud of it. I have worked every single day. Haven't loafed, but I haven't earned $1. Okay? That's a fact. But how have I lived? Well, I had a few dollars when I came here. I haven't spent it all yet. And my roommate paid to have my teeth cleaned. That was $39. Other than that, let's see, my sister bought me a couple of sweatshirts to wear to bed, and I think that's it. You know, aside from the food that I've eaten that people have generously shared with me. Okay? So, God has taken care of me. Divine Mother is taking care of me. And I don't want to say that I'm proud that I haven't earned any money, but somehow it wasn't meant to be. It doesn't mean I have looked for a job. I have. Okay, I'm not terribly motivated to run out and be a wage slave at McDonald's. Somehow, it just wasn't meant to be at this point in time. So, I have mixed feelings about that. But I have looked for work and I have tried, seriously. And at one point I put a lot of effort into it, and then just, that didn't work. But the fact of having done that brought me to a place in my inner life where I needed to be. It was something that I had to get out of my system. Doing all those resumes, that was really helpful for me, for my personal development, to find out where I'd been, to track all of the things that have happened to me in my life, and to see that it's all been good. That was needed for me in that moment. To look, because I'm not proud of my background. I have a lot of experiences of failure in my background. Almost exclusively, I have failure in my background. Okay? But I found out that I'm the biggest loser and the biggest winner at the same time. So that's why I needed to do all that stuff of finding, looking into my background and making my resume and going through all this stuff. And I found out, wow, you've done all this stuff. Wow, you've accomplished a lot. And, you've had so many experiences along the way, and it's all been so enriching, enriching in the personal sense, but not in the money sense, okay? Okay, so therefore I am the biggest loser and the biggest failure and the biggest winner and the biggest success at the same time. Okay? Okay, we're now at 8 minutes, and I think that's all I want to say about this right now. For the moment. I'm sure I'll think of something, because I can go on and on and on and on forever and ever. But for now, here's just one thing for you.